G'day, Chris Conroy here. The advent of the four-cylinder, four-stroke Rotax 912 and its turbocharged derivative, the 914, has revolutionised light aircraft design and manufacture around the world. Now, Australian designers have been quick to take advantage of the new power plants, foremost among them being Nestor Slepčev, who has spent the last 6 years perfecting the design and development of his unique short takeoff and landing Slepcev Storch. Nestor took the basic design of the World War II German Storch and refined it to use modern materials and manufacturing techniques and to have performance characteristics which make it suitable for the sometimes arduous operating conditions encountered in general bush flying in Australia. These qualifications, of course, make the Slepcev Storch ideal for operations anywhere in the world. The Slepcev Storch uses TIG-welded aircraft-grade steel tube in its fuselage and tail surfaces and aluminium spars and ribs in the wings, all of it fabric covered. This makes for an extremely tough airframe and keeps the cost at an affordable level. In fact, the top-of-the-line 914 powered model, seen here, costs a fraction of the purchase and operating price of, say, a Robinson helicopter, and for all practical purposes does the same job in the knockabout world of bush operations. Its amazing ability to operate from tiny, unprepared bush strips, allied with its steep initial climb and controllability at extremely low speeds, make it the ultimate mustering aircraft. The Slepcev Storch has a wingspan of 10 metres, a length of 6.8 metres, an empty weight of 280 kilos, and a maximum takeoff weight of 450 kilos. Cruises 75 knots, and the stall, with flaps and power on, is an astonishing 15 knots. Takeoff is 10 metres, and the service ceiling with the Rotax 912 is 15,000 feet, and with the Turbo 914 is 25,000 feet. Initial rate of climb is 900 feet a minute with the 912 and 1,200 feet a minute with the 914, all at maximum takeoff weight. These figures are spectacular by any measure, but it's only when one sees the aircraft in action that its true performance becomes apparent. Verified as the highest performance STOL aircraft in the world, regardless of size or power, the Slepcev Storch demonstrates an ability to leave the ground and climb, which is hard to believe. The large area flaps, in combination with the full-span leading-edge slats, delay the stall to the extent that, for all practical purposes, it simply doesn't happen. The long tail moment, allied with powerful elevators and rudder, give the pilot a degree of control not available in any other aircraft. And the torque of the 914 Rotax makes for an instant response to power input. This aircraft can hover in breezes over 15 knots, and in stronger winds it delivers near vertical approaches with zero ground run. The practical advantages of this are obvious, but they bring with them another very significant benefit. This aircraft will fly so slowly that there are very few trained pilots in the world who would inadvertently allow the speed to decay to danger point. The nose would have to be uncomfortably high, and if there were even the smallest trickle of power on, the aircraft would simply keep flying. This makes the Slepcev Storch arguably the safest fixed-wing aircraft ever designed. Nestor has delivered just on 40 aircraft, half of them in kit form. These have gone to Europe, Asia and the USA, and the Australian certification in the 10155 and VH categories is due in mid-1997. A Storch was used to rescue Mussolini from his hideout at 10,000 feet in the Gran Sasso Mountains during the Second World War, and Nestor commemorated this recently by operating his aircraft from the same landing ground. The World War II origins of the design make it ideal for replicating colour schemes appropriate to operations in various theatres. These two 912 powered examples will make their home in Italy, near Florence, They're owned by neighbours and are painted in a European forest summer camouflage scheme. This example, currently owned by a Taiwanese businessman and used for pleasure flights, is painted in the distinctive Africa Corps mottled sand scheme. The Slepcev Storch makes a significant contribution to the world light aircraft scene. Its stunning short field performance, allied with a respectable cruise speed, makes it useful for a huge variety of tasks, and it will undoubtedly make its mark in operations as diverse as general rescue and mustering, as well as surveillance and light cargo carrying. It's roomy and comfortable, and with the brilliant Rotax 4-strokes, it is acceptably quiet both on board and from the ground. Its airframe is extremely robust, and the fabric covering makes the inevitable ding repairs easy and quick. One can think of any number of uses for this versatile aircraft, but the lasting impression is one of a friendly and totally forgiving aeroplane which is packed full of the most important quality of all. It offers a huge amount of flying fun. The Slepcev Storch.
Cinq mille tours.
Very easy, very easy.
Qu'est-ce qu'il dit, très
C'est facile. C'est vraiment facile à faire.
Son caméscope, je le filme, mais je vois rien de bien.
Le zoom, il est là, peut-être.
Ouais, je l'ai, le zoom.
Okay, I'll push her outside as she'll go.
Now stand, let the rope go.
What rope?
What rope? You got it? Yeah.
Yeah, it took a little bit long to get off because I'm downwind, see?
Yeah, she's right.
Trying to get the car AC chassis is impulse 1, 73, impulse 127, you on the ground?